Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's going to be a quick little unboxing, half unboxing, and first impressions of the new fragrance, and I mean brand new fragrance from Xerjoff Apollonia. I think I said that right? We'll see. Let's get into it. So this fragrance was released, I believe, the 20th of July, and it just reached people in the States this morning, me being one of them. Transparency purposes, guys, I'll always let you know where I got a bottle of fragrance to review, and I purchased this. Now, this isn't going to be a full review because I've only been wearing it for a day, and I do want to sit with this fragrance, and I'll get into the notes and tell you why, but I'm going to give you a little first impressions of it. So this is a tribute to the Apollo 11. And that whole situation, like the moon landing and just space exploration, I thought it was so cool. And the bottle and the marketing for this was so neat. But that's not what made me buy this, friends. No, 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 no. It had Iris, or Orris, or Iris butter, whatever you want to call it, in this fragrance. And you guys know, I love Iris. And Iris from Xerjoff is one of my holy grail scents, and I will be purchasing it very soon. In fact, I almost purchased it with this order, but I decided not to go too crazy. So let's get into the little unboxing, which is just me showing you what the box looks like after I kind of opened all the boring packaging. So you can see the bottle, because the bottle is really beautiful, and then we'll get into the notes, and then we will get into what it smells like. So here is the bottle. You open it up. It's got a little plaque here that says Apollonia, the 20th of July, 1969. So the date of this release of this fragrance, everything was very specific. And then if you want to see what it looks like, this is what the bottle looks like. And isn't that in the way? Isn't that cool looking? It says, I want to say it's Apollonia, even though I know it's not, but it's Apollonia. So it's kind of like, it's a tongue twister for me. You guys know I have a hard time pronouncing things. Just let's be clear, I know I'm going to get a lot of downvotes for that, but it's a little bit of a tongue twister for me. But this is what the bottle looks like, friends. It's really beautiful. It's kind of got like a white shimmer to it with this kind of like silver fleckies that's kind of almost reminiscent of the moon. It's really, really cool, and it's got the gold and the cap, which Xerjoff is known for. It's just a really stunning bottle. So the notes in this are white flowers, iris butter, and musk. So the composition of the scent is really beautiful in the fact that that kind of like iris, orris kind of like note is less powdery and more buttery. It definitely has kind of like a sweet, almost carrot-like vibe. Like if you ever smelled a fragrance that had a very predominant carrot note, you know, it has that kind of like almost like beautiful, buttery, slightly powdery and vegetal scent to it. It had that in the opening. It softened a little bit after the first hour, but it's just been really beautiful since I've worn it. The white flowers are very dazzling, but they're very light. The musk in here, the white musk, is I think something that gives an ethereal wispiness to this scent, or it lends itself very well, so the Orris has that kind of ethereal wispiness to it. And obviously the star of the show is the iris, which is what I was really hoping for. I have ebates from Xerjoff, and I want iris. I really love what this house does with iris, which is why I was really super stoked about this scent. So let's talk a little bit about how it develops, a little bit more about how it develops, how it smells. And just remember, this is a first impression. I've only been wearing it for like 5 or 6 hours. Normally my reviews, I like to wear it for a week or two before I give you a review. So this is a first impression review. So when this first came on my skin, it was a blast of all 3 notes, like very strong white flowers, very strong orris, and very strong musk. And that went away after a few seconds, and then you were left with this kind of like buttery orris, which is a little bit powdery. It was really beautiful. And the white flowers just kind of sat in there and just made everything really, really pretty and light. After about 15-20 minutes, the musk became a little bit more dominant, and the white flowers became a lot less out there. They're still part of the composition. You can still smell them, but they are very faint in the background. And what that does is it lends itself beautifully and kind of balances out that musk, which really helps the orris shine. The orris is the star of the show of this scent, but but it's not an overpowering. Like I said, it's more buttery and smooth and less kind of powdery and dominating. And don't get me wrong, I love a really good overpowering dominating iris scent. Absolutely. But this one is all about balance. And I think that that's ultimately what Xerjoff is known for, is balance, being well blended, being smoothed. Every note, they're more minimalistic offerings or they're more complex offerings. Everything is meticulously chosen and where it's supposed to be in the right formation, in the right amounts. Like nothing, not a hair is out of place with these scents. And you can definitely smell that in this scent. Everything is exactly where it's supposed to be. It's playing its part beautifully. And this is definitely one of the scents that is dominant in that beautiful kind of powdery, buttery Orris. If that's something that you love, this is definitely a nice scent that you can wear. From what I've gathered, it's been really hot today, wears beautifully in heat. It's lasted for hours on my skin. Like I said, I swore it. I got it this morning at like 10 a.m. and it's still on my skin now. I have not reapplied. And I'm filming this really late in the day, so just letting you guys know it's lasting a long time, which is really, really nice. It is more of a linear scent in the fact that it does not really develop too much. It just kind of softens from one note to the other, but you can pretty much the entire lifespan pick up all of the notes in the scent. But the one that is the predominant, the longest, is again that beautiful Orris, and I think that that's exactly what they wanted. And I think that if it was more predominant in the other notes longer, it would kind of cheapen the scent, but just overall it's really beautiful. If I could describe this scent, I would call it buttery and wispy and ethereal, if you could think that those words go together. But there's just something very ethereal and wispy about this scent, but at the same time it's just really beautiful and down to earth and to the moon at the same time. Now you might be asking, is this scent more feminine leaning or more masculine leaning? And as you guys know, I think all fragrances are genderless. You can wear whatever you want. But because this does have white florals in there and musk, I think that some people might worry that this might be something that's a little bit more of like a dated white floral, which some people don't like. And then the iris, they might think of those kind of like really super ultra powdery iris scents. This is a very unisex leaning fragrance, guys. If you are of the mindset that you do not like to smell like that, this is definitely something that men or women can rock if you're only comfortable wearing one side of the fragrance aisle, and there's nothing wrong with that. People can wear whatever they want, which means men can wear women's fragrances and women can wear men's fragrances, and men can just wear men's fragrances and women can just wear women's fragrances. It's whatever you want. But my opinion is this scent leans specifically in the middle as a unisex scent. There's nothing about this that's overly sweet. There's nothing about this that's overtly dated or too mature. In fact, I find it to be just very timeless scent, which is really spectacular considering just all the work that probably went into this entire project. So men, you could rock this. Women, you can rock this. If you just like to, smell a certain way, it's definitely worth checking out. In case, guys, this little thing is a little bit longer than I wanted, so I'm going to end the video here and just kind of TLDR it for you. This is a beautiful scent. Again, it's got white flowers, iris, and white musk in here. It's light, ethereal, buttery, powdery, and soft, but at the same time it does have a little bit of oomph to it, which I find to be really beautiful. I think that this scent is definitely something that could be worn casually or formally, daytime or evening. White florals and iris scents are something that most people probably aren't, if they're sensitive to scents, the people are sensitive to that, so I probably wouldn't wear this to the workplace if you have anybody in there that has a sensitive nose, but it's a very easy to understand fragrance, so I think you could wear this pretty much anywhere for any occasion. I do love it. It is a really stunning bottle, really unique and cool just project and line in general. I'm not sure if this is a limited edition scent. I don't know anything about that. I'm going to do a lot more research on this, and when I give my full review of it, I will let you guys know then. But I just wanted to let you know my first impressions, and I'll let you know if my opinion changes when that video comes. In any case, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell so you can be notified when I have new videos up, and I'll see you next time. Bye!